Felt pretty good. I felt as the game went on, got a little bit stronger, especially with my fastball control. The one at bat I can point to is Willie Mo, Pena. I went 2-0 and was able to really spot up two fastballs down and away to get myself back in the count, and that was kind of the turning point for me. I know that was a little bit deep in the game, but that's really when I felt like I could establish a rhythm and locate pretty well, and the first two just missed. So just kind of built off that and just continued to make my pitches.
Take us through the 8th inning, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and then you strike out those 3 guys all swinging.
Well, besides the 1 inning a little bit earlier in the game, it had been not easy. I mean, nothing's easy, but let's just say I had something left in the tank. So, after the first guy put a heck of an AB on me, and I was up around 104 or 5 when he was on first base with nobody out, I knew I probably wasn't coming back out for the 9th. My goal with him was to get a quick out and hopefully get my pitch count down and go back out there for the 9th. But after that AB, I knew I wasn't going back out there. So once 2nd and 3rd happened with nobody out, I just kind of said, well, no point in saving anything. Let's go at these guys and see if we can strike some guys out.
4 earned runs allowed since May 29th. Can you put into some perspective just this stretch in terms of how good you feel in your whole career?
I feel like I'm throwing the ball really well. I feel like my fastball control has been outstanding for the most part during this stretch. Most of the good games I have are built off of that, being able to locate that and then mixing the off-speed off of that. And I feel like I was able to do that tonight pretty well, keep guys off balance, and kind of start to get them guessing.
Over 43,000 in the house tonight. It seemed like every one of them was on their feet there in the 8th. Just talk about that electric scene there.
Yeah, I kind of took a minute and took it all in after I struck out the second guy. I just kind of stepped back off the mound because it's easy to let your adrenaline get to you in that situation, but just take a step back and kind of soak it up a little bit because that's it's not often you hear a roar like that. Now, I've heard it a few times in this stadium. I think there's some pretty special moments here, but that was one of the most vocal performances that these fans have put on.
Talk about 10 wins right now before the All-Star break, and you still got a chance to add on to it before the break too.
Yeah, like I've said before, it's not a goal of mine to have 10 wins before the break or to have 20. I just go out there every 5 days and pitch and try to do whatever I can for this team to get a win. To be where I'm at right now means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm going out there and giving their guys a chance to win, and their guys are stepping up for me and scoring some runs.
So you've been really touting Avila for All-Star and 4 RBIs, home run tonight, and also that huge block on that ball in the dirt there in the 8th.
Huge. And what a lot of people don't know is that one he took off the wrist last night, hit him in the same spot tonight, and I know it hurt him, but he didn't let anybody know. But what a trooper he is, and he battles back there. It's just a testament tonight. It's just a testament to what he's been doing all year, and hopefully he gets some national coverage for what he was able to do tonight in a big situation. Because, in my opinion, and I think even Russell Martin would say that I think he deserves to be starting the All-Star game.
Did you rip him about the 8th inning hit you thought was a home run?
A little bit, yeah. He's had a tendency to hit some home runs when I'm on the mound. A lot of them, actually. So, I gave him a little ribbing when he got back in the dugout. Tell him every ball you hit, you expect to be a homer when I'm pitching.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like this team has lost 5 of 7 coming in. Obviously, this one kind of helps maybe a few smiles around this place, but it also gives you a share of first place. I know you don't want to look too deep into it, but I mean, overall, this was a big win as a team, not just the superficial stuff. Yeah, anytime the team ahead of you loses and we got a chance to gain ground like we did tonight, it was a big win. Obviously, I was kind of the poster boy for this game, but you look around and there's many guys, and that's the way we've been winning. It's easy for those guys to kind of get overshadowed, but everybody kind of battled tonight. It was a team effort. Everybody went out there and did a fantastic job, top to bottom of the lineup. Thank you very much.
Justin, how deep into a start do you realize what your go-to pitcher, what your best pitcher of the night will be?
Yeah, it kind of changes as the game goes on. Just feel. I got a pretty good feel for my breaking ball. Somewhat early in the game, probably 3rd, 4th inning, I got a feel for it, throwing it for strikes when I wanted. So, I knew that'd be pretty good for me. And coming the second time around, I think only 2 guys had seen my breaking ball coming up for the second time around. So, I knew it was something I'd be able to go to.
By the end of the game, you had the entire town homer now cheering for you as opposed to against you earlier in the game.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy to do.
They obviously wanted to see you get your 14th strikeout. Does it mean anything to you to set a career high in that?
No. It means more for this team to get a win tonight when there's a big situation and Cleveland lost.
You know, I saw you coming in and you had your headphones on, and you could tell that nobody was around you. I mean, you were oblivious to everything. How early in the day do you go into that?
Usually right when I get here.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of hard to do the whole day.
Yeah. You don't want to do it when you're driving.
You know, I did that before.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of years ago, and you know, found out that that's kind of hard to sustain an entire season, just to be an asshole all day.
But you park your car and then all of a sudden you...
Yeah. You know, I'd say it's more the ride here. Once I get in the car and I'm on the way here, kind of try to get focused.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned something about, you know, taking it all in, the adrenaline sometimes. Jip was saying how now you're able to sort of stop yourself before you start overthrowing. Do you feel that way too? Is that something that you really come a long way with?
Yeah, you know, I feel like, especially early in the game, I try to stop myself from going to that next level on purpose. Even in situations where there's a couple guys on or something, I just try to keep making my pitches and, you know, kind of say, so what if one guy scores, maybe two. Make my pitches, and these guys will give me some runs as long as I stay deep in the game. It's when I start overthrowing a little bit that early in the game, so it gets me out of rhythm, and that's when you get the 5-6 inning outings and a lot of pitches.
Josh Commenter pitching in front of friends and family tonight. What'd you think of him?
He looked fantastic. Obviously sneaky. You know, tough to read the ball coming out of his hand, and you know, that's what I heard from our guys. And, you know, tough luck. You know, a couple of hard hit balls. Not really tough luck. We put some good ABs on him, but you know, he did a great job standing there and battling and giving their guys a chance.
You've had 2 7-game winning streaks. You have an 8 now. How does this differ from the other really dominant times of your career?
Locating my fastball better. That's pretty much what the whole thing.